Hello, fam. This is Blaben, and I'm super excited to welcome you back to the studios of BlabenSolutions. So, we've all heard about artificial intelligence, that is AI to be precise, and how bad or good it has been. I quite remember way back in 2022, 2023 year when the rise of AI became predominant in most business fields. Most creatives were afraid because AI came to take over their businesses. But how about me telling you that you no longer need to be afraid again? And therefore, we can use AI to our advantage. Mhm, mhm. So, in today's video, I will be showing you the step by step process on how I partnered with one AI called ChatGPT to create this stunning and amazing 2025 year calendar using Adobe Photoshop. Alright guys, so in this video, I'm actually going to work hand in hand with ChatGPT to bring out the design. So I woke up this morning and I went to ChatGPT and I wrote this to him. So I said, I want to work on a fiction sports shoe brand calendar for the year 2025. I want to create an A3 size calendar for the brand. I would love you to come up with the brand name and a prompt to generate the logo and other essential details to include on the calendar, such as location, telephone number, email, website, etc. I also went ahead to tell ChatGPT that I would love for each month to have its own page and what exact shoe is good for that very month. So, in the month of January, it's kind of snowy. Is it snowy? Yeah, it's actually kind of snowing. Yeah. So, you should have the right shoe for the month of January. And I think in the month of February too, it is actually the month of love. So you should have love shoe for the month of February. Please, I'm joking about that one. Okay, so this is the feedback ChatGPT brought. So ChatGPT came up with the brand name ideas. The first was Stride Zone, Peak Sprint, Velocity Gear, Track Nova, and Duroflex. I think I would have loved Peak Sprint, but well, Chat chose Stride Zone, so we go with Stride Zone. So this is a prompt for generating the logo, and these are the details, the calendar details that I requested: the brand name, the location, the the telephone number, the email, and the dummy. So ChatGPT also went ahead by giving me the monthly themes with the recommended shoe. So January, that is, we have snow-proof runners for winter runs. February, we have lightweight trainers for indoor workout. March, and it follows in that order. So I went ahead and ChatGPT asked, would I like mock-ups of any specific month, or should we dive deeper into creating the layout? So I went ahead and told him to, go ahead to let me see the mockup. And there is a mockup ChatGPT came up with. And well, that's quite interesting. I'm not using the premium version of ChatGPT. I'm just using the free version of ChatGPT. And even if the free version could do this, then guys, I'm wondering what the premium version could do. So this is the mockup ChatGPT came up with, and it's very nice. So I told ChatGPT to get me the prompt in order to generate the monthly theme that he recommended over here, or it's recommended over here. So ChatGPT went ahead to give me the prompt. So what we're actually going to do is to go to an online AI platform where we can actually generate these images. Okay, so I chose freepik.com for that, and I've already dropped in the prompt. Now Freepik is a free platform where you can download resource materials such as videos, PSD files, Adobe Illustrator files. Well, it could be image, anything that creatives used in their daily workflow. Freepik is the one-stop area for that. So I brought in the prompt to generate the logo, and this is actually what Freepik gave me, the Freepik AI. AI suite. This is what it actually gave me, and I really didn't like it. I mean, this wasn't what I wanted, so I wouldn't go with any of this. And I went on to, put in the monthly themes prompt. So for each month, what we actually, the image we actually expect. So this is what GPT gave me for the month of January. So a promotional visual for glacier grip, snowproof running shoes by display the shoes in a dynamic snowy outdoor setting with snow-covered trails and frosty mountains in the background. Highlight the shoes, steady soles, and waterproof. So even the prompt, it was ChatGPT that generated the prompt for me. I brought in the prompt to FreePick AI, and this is the image it generated for me. Wow, I really love these images, especially this one. It's a very nice one, and probably can even use it for um the design of the January image. And when we come in here, I also brought in the prompt for the February, and this is what it gave me. Oh guys, this is looking so amazing, very, very nice. So guys, I recommend you to try your best to use AI in your daily workflow. It's not difficult, chatting with this AI. I mean, it's basically like you taking it as in communicating with your fellow human being. So that is it. Then it works as a prompt. So I'm going to zoom this shoe and just have a feel of the shoe. This looks real, man. That is how far AI has brought us. I mean, that is what AI could do for us. So if this is the image I want, I can actually just go here and download the image over here. If it is this image that I want, one thing I saw here that interested me most was the, what do you call it, the logo, and that is it. This what do you call it, this logo, this thing here, it actually took my attention. I was like, okay, that's good, that's good. So I think I would either work with this logo or just work with any text logo for the design. Now that we actually done, I can go ahead to generate lots of the image. I mean, the other months we have done January, February, so we can do March, April, May, June, and so forth. But our time is fast spent, so I'll just pause with the image generation over here and move on to the other important part of the design process. So the other part has to do with how do we now get the calendar. Do we go to Photoshop or do we go to Word and start creating the calendar for 2025 manually? How do we do it? So what I actually do is I go to Google and I just type in the year calendar. So we actually want 2025 year calendar. So I just type in 2025 calendar. Then I have from this list a lot of resources to choose from. So I chose what do you call it, calendar 365, and this is what it gave me. So this is actually the entire calendar for the year 2025. So we have January to December. Okay, so we actually have the holidays included. So all these are the holidays that is included in the year 2025. So if I'm to download this, I'm going to have what do you call it, the holidays included. And over here it says I should get the calendar. I should get a calendar without the holidays. And over here it says 2025 monthly calendar. So I think I would go with the monthly. So let's see the monthly. That doesn't look perfect for me. So what I'll actually do is to go with the yearly. Then I'll just crop out the monthly versions from them. In fact, let me go with holidays. I think I prefer that one to. So over here it is asking us, do we want to download the JPEG version or I want to download the PDF version? So I would always prefer that we download the PDF version. So let's go ahead and click on download PDF and let's wait for what happens. So we have the PDF version. I chose PDF because most of this design come with transparent backgrounds. So if I'm to import this into Photoshop, the white background that we have in here will be off, and I'm going to have the transparent view of it. So I can just make edits to these designs that we have in here. So it's actually not a problem. 365 January, that's not a problem for me. So we have our calendar. Let me actually save it. I hope this works just as I say it will. So I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to name this the calendar tutorial. So let me save the calendar over here. Now we can also go ahead to look out for more calendars and see if we can get something nicer or something great than what we have over here. So I'm just going to close this, and I was working on some sample over here from timeanddate.com. So I think this particular design will be best for desktop calendars. So I'm not going to venture it at all, since we are not going to work on a desktop calendar. So let's check this one. Yeah, I think I will go with this one. So basically you can twist as and add what you want to add over here. Add the title, optional. This is the country, and so we can actually just come over here and say download PDF calendar, and we are going to download that one as well. So we have that one as well in here. So now that we have our images, we have our prompts, as in the text that we are going to use for the design, and we have the calendar itself. What now? The next thing is to head over to Photoshop, and let's start making beautiful design. So quickly jump in with me to Photoshop and let's start. So I'm just going to punch in the dimensions for the design. It's actually an A3 size design. So I have a preset saved over here. So saved preset. Sorry, it should be under print. So A3, that is A3 for us. So it should be in portrait, it shouldn't be in landscape. But if I want to create multiple images, as in multiple images, I need to check this artboards box over here. So I'm going to check this artboard, and I'm going to work on that. So I'm going to click on create. I think everything here, well, probably does it. So 300 pixels, 300 dpi, it's A3 in size. I just have to change the name over here to 2025 calendar. So that is it, and I'm going to hit on create. So let me Control 0 to make this big. So I'm just going to do something simple, and the most important thing was how you can or you could go about to design your calendar. So that was what I took you through. So designing this calendar isn't much of a problem to you, I guess, because you can actually go to other creative sites like Pinterest, Google itself, and you can just look out for images, calendar images, and take the one that best suits you for the design. So quickly, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to head over to the resource files that I have over here, and I'm going to be dragging this particular image onto my camera. So hold and drag this. Just hit enter on your keyboard, or just click on the check icon over here. And what we're going to be doing next is to add a vector mask to this image by clicking this one, and quickly head on to the tools panel, and let's select our brush tool. Increase the size of your brush tool by using the open and close square bracket. I'm just going to be wiping this portion off this way. And mind you, always when you are using the brush tool with the vector mask, make sure your foreground color, now the topmost color over here is the foreground color, and the behind one is the background color. So always make sure your foreground color is set to black. Doing this would enable us to hide some portion of this image. Should we turn the foreground color to white, then we are going to reveal the portions that we hid, right? So I have a full video on how to use the vector mask. It is up here, so do well to click on it and watch the video for me. Great, so let's continue with our video. So I'm going to wipe this portion away this way, and let me select my move tool now, and I'll be shifting this image in here this way. So quickly, let me select the vector mask again, click on the brush tool, and let me wipe portions of this image away again, so it doesn't look as if so that it blends well with the background. Now, the next thing I would like to do quickly is to create a new layer on top of this image by hitting on the new layer icon over here. And with my same brush tool selected, let's increase the size of the brush tool. Now I need a car, what do you call it? I'm going to be selecting a color, so I can do that here, I can do that here, but I'm going to do that here. And I'll be using something. I have a hexa code that I would prefer to use, that is 37A1CC. Good. So let's hit OK, and I'll be just creating that brush effect over here this way. Now, the next thing I would love to do is to quickly work on the brand name, which we all know as Stride Zone over here. So I'm going to copy this name over here and head on to my Photoshop. Now I'm going to be using a font name. Let's select our type tool, and I'll be using a font name, Big Shoulders, just as we have it here, Big Shoulders Display, and I'll be typing. That is it for the logo. Now the next thing we can do over here is we're going to be typing some snowproof, this snowproof runner something, and with this I'll be using a font by name Kata. Then I'll be adding a gold gradient to this. So let's come to our add layer style, and let's choose gradient overlay, and let's see what pops up. Well, I like this, so that is that. And with this I'll be using a darker part of the font. The blue that I have here, I'll be using the darker part of it. So something like this is okay. And let's probably increase the size a bit. That is that for this part. And the next thing I would love to do here is to quickly grab some shapes icon, do some unique shape icon. So let's click this way, click here this way, and click out this way. Then I'm just going to join it over here this way. So that is it for this guy. Then I'm going to actually duplicate this guy, Control J, and with the bottom guy, I'm just going to copy that of this color, the text for the glacier grip. I'm going to copy that color, and I'll be pasting it for that one. So let's double click in here and let's paste the color over this way. Now we can't see the color because this layer is on top of this. So what I'm going to do is Control T, and I'm going to be dragging this guy so we can put these guys over here this way, and that's not bad. So I can actually, let me change the color to something darker a bit. Now, why I'm doing this is that I'm going to just type 2025 calendar on top. So quickly, let me select my type tool and let's type 2025. I'll be adding the gradient overlay. Let's go to add layer style, click on gradient overlay, and this gradient overlay is okay for us. So quickly Control T, and I'm going to be enlarging this guy over here, placing it this way. And quickly I'm going to Alt click and drag to duplicate this layer, and I'm going to be typing calendar. So I'm actually going to change the calendar to a different font. That is, we have the big shoulders display. That is that for this guy. All right, guys, so that is it for the 2025. Let me select both and link them together, and let me Control J to group them. Now, the other thing I'll be working on has to do with the name of the month, that is January. So with our type 2 selected once more, I'm going to be typing the January here. This should be in caps, so with our caps turned on, Control T, and let's resize this. Make sure you've held on to the Alt key. I'm going to be placing him over here this way. And with our character panel, let's turn this to caps. Then I'll be drawing an ellipse tool. So with my ellipse tool selected, hold on to the shift key and let's draw. This is just going to be showing the number in the so this is turned into something nice, lemon green, and I'm going to be duplicating this guy. It should be on top of the January. So I'm going to be typing 01. 01 indicates the first month in the year, and this should be in the color white. So let's turn the color to white. Now we need to get in our calendar for the 2025 year. So we can use any one of this, but I prefer this very one. So or I think I'll prefer one of this one rather. So I'm going to quickly drag this way onto Photoshop, and I'll be leaving it in the layers panel this way, and it will open a new window for me. So quickly let's select pages, and everything is set over here. So click on OK, and that is it. So let me zoom this in with my Alt key held. I just use a scroll wheel on my mouse to zoom this in. So I'm just going to get the January portions from this calendar. So with my rectangle marquee tool selected, I'm going to, the shortcut key is M. So I'm going to just draw the rectangle around this January shape that I have over here, and I'm going to hit on Control J to duplicate it. Then I'm going to right click, and before I do that, I'm going to get rid of this 365 January. So let's turn off this entire thing, and we have this over here. So I'm going to turn off this 365, as in cut off that 365 January something. I don't need that. So let's delete that portion and Control D to deselect, and I'll be right clicking on the layer this way, and I'll be converting this to smart object. So I can actually hold and drag this onto the design that we are working on. Control T, and let's scale this to the size that we want. I think placing it over here is okay. That is okay by me. I don't know what will be fine by you. So, and quickly I'm going to drag in one last image to this very image. I'm going to be dragging it to this portion, and let me resize this to something this way. I just want the tip to show and not too much. So this way, hit enter, and I'll knit this layer beneath way down to the um, background. So this should go here this way, and let's fix it here. Then, just as we did for this first image, I'm going to be applying the vector mask. Go onto the tools panel, select my brush tool, increase or decrease the size of my brush tool, and we're going to wipe some, as in hide some portion of the image. So I'm going to be hiding this portion, and I'm going to be hiding this portions also this way. So we have the shoe over here for us. Then one final thing I would love to do is to quickly create a rectangle tool. So with coming to the coming to the tools panel, I'm going to be creating a rectangle tool down beneath over here, where I'll be placing my contact details, my email address, and that of the location for the shoe brand. So let's place this guy over here this way. Let's add a gradient overlay by going to add layer style gradient overlay, and this is okay. So let's push this guy over here this way, and quickly I'm just going to copy and paste items that we have in here for that. So we have these items. I'm going to copy and paste them over here. So that is it. That is it for the design for our January. So quickly, we are done designing the January calendar. So quickly, if I want to work on that of the February, what I'm actually going to do is that I'm just going to come out onto this artboard portion, and I'm going to double click and rename this to January. And quickly, I'm just going to hit on Control J to duplicate this, and I'll be renaming this to February. Then quickly, I'm just going to change the things that I need to change over here. So something like the January will be changed to February, and that of the 01 will be changed to 02 and not 01 again. And these images will be taken off. This very name would also go, and probably the color would also change. So let me see if I can get the image for the February. So we have our image for the February. Then I'll be applying that same. So this very brush, let me change the color to color overlay, and let's select I think the black works very good. So I'm gonna maintain the black over here, and we're gonna choose the February text that says lightweight. So lightweight trainers for indoor workout, and I think the key text over here is Airlight 2.0. Then probably change, they see this very image. I'm going to add a vector mask to it. Select our brush tool, and I'll be wiping a portion up this way, and that is the for our image. Now this very guys over here, I'm going to be dragging it up this way for me. I'm going to be dragging this way, and preferably change the colors to something this very darker colors. That's the end. The February, I'm going to turn the February to, so we're going to change this image as well. So quickly, I'm just going to there's it. So let's drag it on top here. Let's change the size to something this way. Add our vector mask to it. Select our brush tool, and we can just wipe the portion that we don't need over here. And that is it for the February. So this can actually continue right through from January to December, and we can just keep duplicating the artboard that we just created. So we've duplicated that of the January to February, so we can actually duplicate the February to March, and it follows in that order. So guys, this is the journey so far, and this is what AI, or this is how far AI has brought us. So we've been able to utilize AI in our favor. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to give this video a like. If you've not subscribed yet, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button and also turn the bell icon to on so you don't miss out anytime I release new videos. Until I come your way next time, it is still BlabenSolutions and never stop creating. Happy New Year.